Hello again, everybody.
Oh, Harry! Oh, yeah, Harry!
You know, there comes a time when you probably ought to stop broadcasting. I probably should have quit about 5 years before I passed.
I think we should have quit about 20 years ago.
That's okay. I've been listening since 10. I can't make anything out of it.
What am I accountant? What do I know? We only deal in truth here.
Oh, my God. What world am I living in? Scott Barter's making me laugh.
Don't you feel a little stupid? Go over there this afternoon. Throw your worm in the water. See how that works out.
Throw your worm in the water means something different in Los Angeles.
Well, it means about the same thing here in Kenosha. Wow. Things haven't changed.
That's what I'm saying. I can't make heads or tails which part is which.
Was a virgin sacrifice?
Not that I recall. We couldn't find one.
And not in Kenosha anyway, right?
Get through what you got to get through, Scott.
This program is a real challenge.
Good morning, everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the September 22nd, first day of fall edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. Coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP, streaming live someplace and booming across the cool and crisp cornfields of the Midwest, reaching out to over 1.4 million listeners residing here in the Tri-County area. Being brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. With us this morning, my former personal relationship advisor, Elmo Schneider.
Good morning, everyone.
Like Trump says, you're fired. Hey, I
resigned. I wasn't fired. Come on.
I was wondering, it's huge. What would happen if you were running for the Supreme Court? How many past trollops would we have wanting to testify?
Well, except they groped me. That's the difference there. You know, when you're in rock and roll God, you know, back in those days, you had the women all over you. Yeah. So,
I remember how that works.
Starting to smell in here.
Anyway, Captain K-Dog, or Captain Mike and K-Dog are helping me. And they're severely, and I'm in their severely wounded warrior project, and they even set up a GoFund pity page, a GoFund pity account for me. So,
oh wow,
so I got that going for me.
All right.
Also, my boyhood hero, our video coordinator, the Love Doctor, have you lost the title of Cabana Boy?
Yeah, as of today, Paul.
As of today, okay, you're no longer a Cabana Boy, you're just the Love Doctor.
Don't ask now.
Oh, jeez.
Just the Love Doctor.
Let's not start that way, Ron.
Yeah, let's. Engineering. Let's start this way.
Let's get 10 minutes into it before I have to put my finger on the dump button.
And engineering and board operating the Kenosha State trolley ride this morning, filling in for Wacky Wayne.
Wacky Wayne's up in Tomahawk?
I guess so.
I think he's visiting the in-laws.
He's up north.
So.
No,
up north.
No comments, Elmo, about what's going on up in North Tomahawk.
Oh, for crying outside, he's up north.
I know, but that we got chastised.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway, JumboJimTron.com, man, Celovich enlightens our presence.
Yeah, that's me. What's up?
So,
don't get me started. I mean, I was going to wait till we introduce Scott's new girlfriend, but here she is.
What is that? Come on. You see, now my phone's going to start lighting up again.
And they're going to say, sheep.
Fellas, come on, let's show something.
All right. I blame Elmo.
This week,
everything is my fault. I'm used to that.
When he gets text messages at 9:30 and say, "Why don't you say something outrageous and get your ass thrown off the show?" See, that's what it's like throwing gas on the fire. This week, the Kenosha Today Secret Word Challenge is
What a great start. I'm just thinking, JP's probably listening going, oh, man, where are they going to go from here?
Well, set the bar low and go down from there.
Down, yeah.
Finger is on the dump button.
You don't want to peak too early.
Right.
And especially at my age, right, Elmo?
Right.
You don't want, because then you got nothing left in the tank. Anyway, started to say this, the Kenosha Today Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services, and the Kenosha Today Brain Trust has pre-selected this morning's secret word. First caller to say that will win $20 Boathouse gift card. Coming up after the 10:30 weather break, Kenosha's fastest growing game show sensation, the lightning round of City in Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse. And then after the 11 o'clock break, well, it just keeps on getting better. So we think. This week's top 10 thought-provoking category, which was written on the deck of the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, and I do have 10. And this week the category is the top 10 good things about having a football game end in a tie. after the Packers.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a game they probably should have won and lost
Several
and tied.
times.
And
I did not know how to feel. I know how I feel when we lose. I know how we feel when we win. But when we tie, I'm kind of like,
At least it wasn't a loss.
I won
That's
some
okay.
money, but
that old saying, it's like kissing your sister. So then what do you do? Go kiss her brother? Or?
moving along,
That's even better.
Ron.
Of course, our inspiring. I didn't see Captain Mike to give him a topic, but maybe he'll have something that'll inspire.
We gave him the topic.
What was it?
Livestock.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. I'm the one. He wrote it down and didn't use the napkin to blow his nose in. So we thought with you being here today, suggested he's going to inspire Kenosha with something along the livestock line.
Yeah, it's great to be prepared for it, too.
Right.
10 minutes before the show. Hey, by the way.
I said that to you before, and when he said, "Oh, nice of you to tell me at 9:56."
9:56. Hey, I want this. I want this for the show.
Yeah, and I said, suppose I would have told you a half hour ago. Nothing would have been different.
Hey, we're good under pressure.
Yeah. Just hit whatever buttons you got over there.
Oh, don't tempt me. Anyways, moving along.
And maybe we'll play a little Stump the Chumps. That little kid that was in here before, Noah?
Yeah. Good kid.
How old is he about?
10 years old.
10?
Yeah.
I asked him if he wanted to stay for this. Man, he ran out this hallway.
Yeah, he
faster
was
than
he
anybody
was
I've
gone.
seen.
He was
ghost.
gone. Yeah.
Does Noah know what a cubit is?
Moving along.
What are we going to do here? Oh, after the 11:30 break, our special weekly editorial. What are we going to call this, Elmo? As the
As the bison turns. No, bovine turns. As the bovine turns. That's good.
what's a bovine?
A bovine is a cow.
Oh,
You don't know what a bovine is?
well, I'm a city boy.
Give him a sound so he
How is the cow? Anybody that knows how is the cow can call
Oh, that bovine.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
We might have a few of them.
bovine.
it. Anybody that knows how is the cow can call in and recite it, please do.
Okay.
Moving along.
That's about the fourth time you said that.
I know.
You got any other clever phrases you want to bring to the table?
Oh, they're coming.
Tomorrow this is going to be replayed. Again, the second week in a row, we're up against the Packer game at noon.
Relive the magic.
Relive the
That's
magic.
right.
So. Anyway,
At least this show doesn't end in a tie.
that's only winners or losers. Good point, Elmo. For a guy that never played much football, he knows the game. You've been hanging with Pam Oliver, haven't you?
I've got problems with that concussion protocol.
Played one too many scrimmages without your helmet on. Yeah. And you can sign up. Everybody can sign up with the thousands of our fans and listeners who have joined the Kenosha Today Nation, like us on Facebook. And then every Friday afternoon, around 3 p.m., you can get together at the Boathouse with our production meeting. We didn't see you. You were assigned this early in the week, and yet you didn't come yesterday.
Let me check my emails from Scott Barter
Well, I don't have
Okay,
to
I'm
send you
done.
a personal
Is that-
invitation.
or message.
the spam folder, is that where they end
The
up?
spam folder.
Hey, look, Jumbo
No, I'm
Jim.
in a show. I was in a show. I couldn't make it to the meeting.
What show?
Over in Racine at 6th Street Theater, we're doing a Theater Schmeater, a sketch comedy show, like a Saturday Night Live type of setup with live music. And we got 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night.
What
and
a cheap
again
plug
next,
that is.
Well, you asked.
It's a OOHP, you doing that thing?
Yeah, with Doopies, overhead players in Racine.
We have.
So we got this show coming up, and I'll tell you more a little bit later.
I'm sure. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. Going once.
Well, hang on a second here. What's going on here?
Come on, Shirley's still got to be there. She'll hang on forever.
It is her.
She'll hang out forever.
Going twice. Oh, wait, Jim.
Good talking with you, Shirley.
Shirley, I hate to say this. But
I'm sure she'll call back.
Fine engineering job there. Okay.
Boy, you're razor sharp today.
Well, I'm just
moving along.
Here we go.
Moving right along.
I'm just playing down. Here we go.
to our level. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Wow, what a show already. How are you going to top this?
Well,
It's all downhill from here.
it's all
Shirley.
downhill.
It's very possible we can.
Yeah, and Jim,
To
good
top
morning, Jim Sullivan.
Good morning there, Shirley. How are you?
Okay, get a room.
So what's
How
up?
you doing?
I'm doing great. How you been?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
here, so that's
Shirley, I got some news that was in the senior news. Baby boomers embracing marijuana. And according to new research shows pot isn't the drug of choice for just the young. More middle-aged folks and even seniors are lighting up nowadays. And researchers say, in fact, several survey data shows that 9% of adults between 50 and 64 and nearly 3% of those 65 and over has used marijuana in the last year.
I guarantee all those people have been smoking marijuana for years.
For years, right?
For years.
They just got
it's
older.
just like, we're going to present this like, oh my God, all these, they're all
Shocking,
smoking.
right?
They've been smoking for years.
Well, since they were
Come
15,
on.
It's like the old saying, they used to smoke weed in the 60s. Now we can smoke it at any age.
Smoking
right?
in the 70s.
right.
So this-
They can come over to my garage anytime.
Yeah, there you go. You heard it right here on WLIP, folks.
Oh, yeah, make sure you bring that in there. Thanks a lot.
So,
Yeah,
Shirley, do you like lobster?
I love lobster.
You love lobster. Well, there's this woman that owns a restaurant out in Maine, and it's a big lobster place out there, and she didn't like it that they're throwing these live lobsters in the giant vats of boiling water to cook them. So she decided she's going to get them stoned first, so it wouldn't hurt so much when they throw them into the water. So she puts them in a box with a little pan of water inside there and blows pot smoke into the box for a while before they throw them into the boiling water. So I thought you might want to consider that next time you're trying to cook lobster.
The cook had no idea where he was after half hour, but
she said the lobsters seemed a lot happier right before they died.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's
Yeah, I
kinda-
bet they did. Yeah.
They were baked and boiled.
Yeah,
Is that
yep.
way?
You know, there was a place, I thought it was in Racine someplace, where they had live lobsters in the tank, and you could go pick one out. And
Kilbourne Gardens was out
Yeah,
by
it was
the
on the
interstate.
interstate, that's right.
Yep, that's
and,
right.
You could go and say, I want little floppy.
I
there.
want Snappy.
Snappy.
Give me Snappy.
Larry the Lobster. Remember, they had the big thing. They didn't want
Oh.
to kill him, so it was the big one out.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I love when it-
love lobster, but I just don't think of how they're killed or
As
anything.
opposed to a steak.
What?
We're gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I like steak too.
Yeah. How about the little 14-year-old kid that wins his steer, wins the blue ribbon at the state and the county fair.
Right.
And then they auction him off for some like 50 grand or whatever. And what do they do? Take Chubby to the Sleepy By house.
I love the
Yeah,
I love the
I
mas-
know.
I love the mascots they have for restaurants. Where I'm a big lobster, I'm dancing. Come on over and eat lobsters. You know, I'm get this chicken. I'm a dancing chicken for this chicken place. Go there and eat me. You know.
Yeah, well, whatever food you gotta kill it just so
What was the shop in Chicago? Boo and Oink. Did it have the dancing
Yeah, the moo and
animals?
oink. The moo and oink. Yeah.
So
It's still there.
I assume you're coming over to the big Oktoberfest celebration at Pete's this afternoon. The dog races start at 4. And the highlight is, one more time, Jim, for the dog races. Come on, give me one more.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to be calling. You're calling the
Come on,
Dachshund
one
races
more
this
time.
afternoon? Yeah, okay.
I should have went to the production meeting if I knew this was coming
Come
up.
on, one
I could
more
have
time
nixed
for-
it in the production
for all you
meeting.
folks
But
that-
now I'm on the spot. Here comes Barney.
Oh, that's lame.
That is lame. It's very lame for you to even suggest I say
remember
that.
you at the dog track. We used to go all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was fun years ago.
How
Yeah,
many races did they have a night?
I don't know. Hundreds,
Wouldn't-
thousands.
quite a few.
Why didn't they just
I called
record
thousands
you?
of them.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
just record it? You know, here comes Barney.
No, because
Yeah,
Well, he wouldn't get
that
paid
was,
as much.
I like that. Here comes Barney.
well, that's
That was-
that's the
that
thing. I can be all like, well, every time I say that, I get paid.
Right.
You know, and then it's like,
Yeah,
somebody
say
buy
it
me
a lot.
Well,
yeah.
everybody asked me to say that all the time, and I was in a bar once. Hey, go say it. I go buy me a shot.
Yeah, right.
Or buy me a drink. I get paid every time I say, But for you, Shirley, that was from Scott to you.
Okay.
That's what that
All right.
was.
Yeah. All right, Shirley, we got to
I'll
go.
buy you a drink if you want.
Oh,
All right, we got to
all
go.
right. We got to go.
See you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good to hear.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. You ready?
Yes.
Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
Good morning, Scotty. It's
Captain Mike.
Captain Mike here.
Yeah.
What's up, Captain Mike?
Inspiring
Well,
Kenosha.
He passed the wellness check yesterday. So.
I couldn't resist calling. Yes. So, tempting. No, lobster, man. One time I stood up for a wedding. My pal Dodge Todd got married. He met a girl
at a fancy bar by O'Hare Airport. The bartender introduced him to his wife, so the bartender was best man.
Okay, speed it up a bit.
Okay, the focal point of the rest of it was like the lobster bar. They had a giant lobster in glass. I mean, it was alive. It was like really a big lobster. And somehow in that drunken bar hopping thing in Chicago, we're hitting a bunch of saloons. Somebody stole the lobster and put it on the back seat of this car. It was a nice, fancy leather interior car. I don't know what kind of car it was. The lobster was next to me all day. I would have been scared of the damn thing. It was gigantic.
So this
Anyways.
is really inspiring, Kenosha, and I appreciate your effort.
Well, I'll call you later about inspiration. But,
Captain,
anyways,
you're sure you weren't just hallucinating? Then you saw that lobster there.
No. Anyways, the next day or thereafter, the lobster was discovered in the backseat of the guy's car. It ruined his leather interior, right? And then the guy almost he had to pay for the lobster because that was the focal point of the thing. Really a lot of money, hundreds of dollars to find a lobster that size.
Let me ask you this. Is the couple still married?
I think so. I believe they are. I don't see them anymore.
Having heard you just say that story, remind me back in the day, in the 60s, remember when they used to have the little bars around by the motors there, and they had gals taking baths in big champagne glasses?
Mm-hmm. I was 5.
And they were... You
were 5.
and these gals, it's basically along the same concept. And they were naked, and every so often one ended up on the back seat of somebody's car. So I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I like Scott's story better.
It's better than a lobster in the back seat. I tell you that.
Trust me, that ruined a lot of marriages.
I need help, boys, girls out there. Come on over. I need help. Okay, that's
all right.
Anyway.
See you at the production meeting.
Production meeting after 11. Sorry, sometime. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh boy,
what was that?
We need to get an applause drop. So every time he leaves, we get something, get a round of applause.
Lobsters up in the back
Lobsters in back seats.
Had I not moved the story up a little bit, he'd still be talking about how this couple met originally and how they got engaged. And
well, tell us more about old Kenosha, Scott. Kenosha bars. What about these women dancing naked?
I heard about
taking baths in champagne glasses.
Well, this was when we were labeled Sin City, wasn't it?
Well, sure, that's why.
Yeah.
And can you imagine the city council?
Thanks for that.
They did away with that. I mean,
absolutely.
I thought
that.
Well, they took the liquor licenses away first of all, and then the place was shut down.
I think that fell under their cabaret license. So, but if you're working on the line at American Motors for 8 to 10
hours, we wear it
a
like
day.
a badge of honor. As a sensei, then maybe
we'd have all the sailors come up from Great Lakes on the train.
I forgot about that.
We had dock workers back then.
Yep.
There wasn't even room for a 16-year-old guy like me to get in there. I had to use a fake ID. I looked mature and 21 at the time, kind of like I do now. Hey, we
don't need that anymore. We have the internet now, so that's
1-900 numbers.
And we could moving along. It's been a while.
Of course, in the paper today, the police department took $3,500, and bought 50 of these rescue ropes that apparently each 50 squads are going to have them to help to try to save lives. And at the same time, in today's paper, and then earlier in the week, back on Tuesday, the city is moving along to put harbor life rings on the north side, and apparently put something like 3 kiosks in there, and put this, and of course, then there was the proposal to fence it off. Well, also in the paper today, my good friends Carol and Steve Mitchell took a picture of these yahoos yesterday jumping off the same pier where this unfortunate accident happened. And so I guess my comment is, you can fence this off and do whatever you want. You can put 10 kiosks in there. You cannot legislate stupidity.
Right.
If you're going to jump, you will, like Emma says, you will die here.
You can't fix stupid.
Nope.
And that's what that should be on the fence. Hey, danger. Hey, By the way,
No,
you can't fix stupid.
if you
do
swim
you're
here,
stupid.
you will die.
You're going
what I
to.
said.
The chances are,
no complicated
which
stuff
is
about.
which is absolute tragedy, and it's horrible.
But you don't need a complicated graphic of what is a rip current and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
you don't-
Big red letters. If you swim here, you will die.
It's just being irresponsible with their lives.
Right.
Is what it is.
Well,
It is.
you know what? So now, in the Kenosha Police Department, they're right on top of everything. But unless there's a body floating in the harbor, well, they're not going to come running. They aren't the pure police. They got other things to do. And so they get there when they get there. And so if they find
Right. Well,
after all
yeah.
these other things, well, we'll get there when we get there. So we have another call there, Jumbo Jim?
I believe we do.
That's probably why the red light's up, all right?
Yeah. Right. We need to take a break soon too.
All right. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Jeff from Kenosha. How are you?
Good,
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. And Mr. Barter, you've sold insurance and had to deal with insurance claims and stuff like that. Famous comment that came out of an insurer that I was dealing with when I was president of our church council and trying to figure out how to prevent kids from climbing on our roof. When I suggested razor wire,
I like that.
he kind of smiled and said, that would be nice. I said, okay, but we know we can't do that. I said, what kind of signage do we need? He said, you don't want any signs.
And the
I
reason.
said, why not? I said, why not? He said, because in a court of law, you can prove somebody can read, but you cannot prove they can comprehend what they just read.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And that's what the city attorney, Ed Anaranian, said. If they go this route, the city is also on the hook. They take the liability.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So I do
So,
like.
it's just they're going to do it no matter what. You can put a 50-foot fence that extends 50, 60, 70 feet to the north and into the water, and somebody's going to climb the fence.
Right.
Under it.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter.
Right. And we don't want our harbor looking like that, with looking like a prison.
You then penalize the good people or the fishermen or the people who just want to take a walk and enjoy the lake.
Yeah, people
The view
vacation. People vacation in Kenosha.
Yeah.
They're down by that lakefront. They're doing
Correct.
things.
I like that. Put the razor concertina wire. Put electric charge in it too.
There you go.
That's what
All
I
right,
have.
guys, have a great weekend.
Wait a minute. That's
Yeah.
that's what I have around Barter Manor at Halloween. I put I don't feed the alligators in the moat for a month, so they're nice and hungry. I put an
Yeah.
extra charge in the concertina wire, and then I give the guards in the tower one bullet. And I don't have any snot-nosed kids come to Mr. Barter's neighborhood for Halloween.
Don't forget the big fire ant mounds, too. You have there.
The other reason you don't have any come to your place for Halloween is because you give them, like a stapler and pencils and stuff that, you're cleaning out your office. And then,
I should give away barter coin. Yeah. All right, Jeff. Thanks for the
Shots
call. I
of
love
cheap
it.
vodka.
I love it.
Thanks
See
for
you,
the call, Jeff.
All right, let me read this, and then we'll get to your goofy news.
Barter coins.
Well,
Yeah, he paid me in barter coin once.
it's some work, and I had a bunch of coupons that I won over the
Expired
years.
restaurant gift certificates. He pays me in.
2012 was a good year. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, it's expired. Oh, it's a thought that counts, right?
I think it expired 6 years ago. What the hell? You still got
Well, I
it?
said 2012 was a good year. And the place wasn't in business anymore. They had leveled it. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the September 22nd edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050, spreading the love to over 1.4 million people in the WIP listening area that surrounds us here at Camp Happy Face. Again, we invite you to join the thousands of fans who already signed up and liked us on Facebook. And we even have a website, KenoshaToday.com. And we are brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. Joining us this morning, my former relationship advisor, who had been operating out of a red panel truck in the Boathouse parking lot. Maybe that was part of my problem.
Good thing it wasn't
Part of my
white.
problem.
Yeah.
Good, what?
Good thing it wasn't white.
We didn't want to cause too much attention to this, especially if he ends up like Captain Mike's story with a lobster on the
People
back.
be a little more, less careful around. I mean,
That's right.
you're more careful around a white panel.
Hey, I had a good deal going. I was doing some counseling, and I was also selling steaks out of the back of that thing. So that's,
the same time.
yep.
Hey, did you hear what my new nickname is? Tiev. I got this little. I'm kind of thinking about joining the Jewish faith,
Converting to Judaism.
Judaism. I got
Okay.
this little black
Yamaka?
Yamaha.
Yamaha. We can't figure. It's either a motorcycle or a piano. He's got.
And
wearing
I
his head,
celebrated the New Year with Rum Chata or Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
Rum Chata.
But you thought it was rum chata,
Yeah,
so
I thought it was rum
that's what
chata,
that's
so-
why he got into it. So.
If I was a rich
Manischewitz.
man. Yabba dabba dabba. All right. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
Kenosha today, Love Doctor. I'm going to have to lose the Cabana Boy title, Ronnie. Spider Ronnie, the camera dude's here.
Yeah.
And of engineering and board operating the Kenosha State train wreck this morning. As always, hanging on our every word. You know what?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hanging on.
I wasn't listening.
I thought Wacky
I tuned out.
So did about 50 other thousand people.
They're tuning in.
You know, I thought Wacky Wayne was considered the prettiest face at WLP, but clearly you're right up there.
Well, thank you. It's a little awkward that you said that, but thank you.
What's awkward?
You made eye contact when you said it. No, really.
Can I come sit by you?
I always love you.
Coming up after the 11th.
I don't know. Wayne's pretty cute. I don't know.
Yeah, Captain Mike kept putting his hand on his thigh, so
Claiming
It's the long hair.
Richie.
It's the long hair and bad eyesight.
Hey, you know what? I was asking you this morning. Suppose that you were running for the Supreme Court and we had to bring in all these people. I mean, there ain't enough time on the planet to interview, what, a couple thousand people?
For
The Supreme, you know, if you were running for the Supreme Court.
if I was running for the Supreme
and
Court,
let's suppose, hypothetically, one of your former friends wanted to accuse you of some sexual misconduct.
well, there'd be none of that.
no.
There'll be none of the accusations.
I mean, maybe you, Scott. I don't know, but
No, I'm clear as the driven snow.
Except for that Maxine Waters groping
he said
incident.
he said clear, not clean.
You know, I used to date Nancy Pelosi back in the day. I used to buy her a box of wine for $100,000. Anyway, coming up after 11:30, the editorial segment as the cow turn.
Bovine
Oh, the
turn.
bovine.
As what? As a bovine.
As the bovine turn.
As a bovine moves.
Also known in the first half hour as won this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services. Now, if you should happen to mention today's Secret Word, we're going to send you out a $20 Boathouse gift card. And this show, as we are recording this, you know, while you were away, some funny stuff was playing.
We live the magic.
You know, my question is, I thought we were breaking to go to the weather.
No, I thought it'd be a nice little bumper to play that tune.
Sure.
A bumper.
That's
it's
radio.
called.
That's radio talk.
Radio jargon.
Yeah. And
Segue.
Special thanks to Elmo. You can find the Kenosha Today 365 days a year, 24/7 up on YouTube. Now, are we current or pretty close?
Yep, I have last week's program
All right.
in my pants.
Moving right along.
Moving along.
After the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, which is the top 10 good things about having a football game in a tie. And, of course, due to public outcry, we kept our inspiring Kenosha segment with Captain Mike, who's already called in that segment on Lobster Fest or whatever you want to call it.
Lobster story.
Lobster
I
story.
love it.
Lobster story. And now, boys and girls, it's time to play Kenosha's fastest-growing game show sensation, the lightning round of City in Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. Excuse me. Little bubble there. Have to be eligible. No one from your household could have won any contest on WLP within the last 60 days. We will now clear the phone lines.
Oh, they're clear.
I'm going to read the question, which is a very sophisticated, intelligent, multiple-choice question. You're then going to get three somewhat intellectual answers to choose from. And after that, you will hear the first caller to correctly answer the question wins a Kenosha Today $25 gift certificate to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery located at 4917 7th Avenue here in Kenosha. Open Monday through Friday at 11 a.m., featuring weekly lunch and dinner specials. And enjoy a beautiful waterfront view. And it is gorgeous at any time of the year, but especially now.
It is.
And stop in for their big Saturday and Sunday morning breakfast and Bloody Mary specials beginning at 7 a.m. until noon. And if you're planning a party or a banquet, call Joyce at 262-654-9922. Or you can find them on the web at boathousekenosha.com. All right, here's the sophisticated question. What would be the number one reason to deny the confirmation of a Supreme Court justice? The number one reason. A, once wrote a legal opinion on how to properly drain the swamp at the Lincoln Park Lagoon. B, allegedly brought Nancy Pelosi to a party at Barter Manor. See, I thought I remembered her when she came over that night. She had a $100,000 boxed wine, and I'm not sure if she got her sweater back, but anyway, that's B. And C, an FBI background check lists Kenosha trolley driver as a former occupation.
Aha.
262, first caller, 262-694-1050. What would be the number one reason to deny the confirmation of a Supreme Court justice? A, once wrote a legal opinion on how to properly drain the swamp at the Lincoln Park Lagoon. B, allegedly brought Nancy Pelosi to a party at Barter Manor. Or C, an FBI background check lists Kenosha trolley driver as a former occupation.
Again, that phone number, 262-694-1050.
And did I tell you to not clear the phone lines right now? You can take that off.
I was trying to time it. 262-694-1050.
Take a shot at winning.
JP probably lengthened the delay again, so that's...
What kind of length we are? About 30 minutes?
I worked the delay into that.
Oh, you did?
That's why I cleared the lines sooner.
Well, we're waiting.
So,
Emma, why don't you read a thing from Pete's place? Oh, here, we got a caller.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
Yeah, we do.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning.
Who's this?
Okay. Here to answer your question.
All right.
I know, but I need to know your name.
It's Bernard.
Bernard.
You call you Bernie?
You can call me Bernie, yes.
Okay, Bernie. Big Bad Bernie.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's. You want us over tonight?
You got it.
All right, Bernie. What would be the number one reason to deny the confirmation of a Supreme Court justice? A, once wrote a legal opinion on how to properly drain the swamp at the Lincoln Park Lagoon. B, allegedly now brought Nancy Pelosi to a party at Barter Manor. Or C, an FBI background check lists Kenosha trolley driver as a former occupation. Bernie.
Well, knowing you, it's got to be B.
Me and Nancy Pelosi. I'm not real proud of that. That's a correct answer, Bernie. What do you mean, knowing me?
No, well, just your background, I know. Anybody can run for mayor and lose, it's got to be good.
Oh, you had to add that too, right, Bernie?
Of course.
Hey, don't forget, I lost twice.
Twice. Two-time loser.
Yeah.
He's a big winner. All right, Bernie.
Hey, Bernie, as long as I got you, what do you think's going to happen? You know, the guy that's running this committee gave this gal attorney till 10 o'clock last night, and that came and went apparently. And you know, she gave all these demands, and you know, who's running the show here? The senators or this gal's attorney? What do you think should happen?
I think the attorney's trying to make this thing last as long as you can until you have, get out into the midterms. That's what I think's going on.
Well, I concur, and I think that somebody's looking for a book deal. And I think they conceded, say, okay, we'll give you, instead of money, we'll give you Wednesday, yay or nay. You don't show up, you don't. And
I think the same thing.
I think let's get on with it. And all this list of demands where they want another FBI investigation. Well, they already investigated the guy 6 times, and so
plus for this particular incident, the FBI has no jurisdiction, so they can't.
Right. Yeah. So what did Bernie win?
Oh, Bernie, you won a $25 gift certificate to the boathouse.
Oh, right.
Do you ever get down there?
Yes, I did last year. In fact, I won last year on the program.
You did.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Who'd you show up there with? You married?
Yes, I am. I showed up with my wife.
Oh, I think how long you been married?
42 years.
All right, and you brought your wife, huh? So what's
I had no choice.
Yeah. You get brag, Bernie, because today you've been named the smartest person in all of Kenosha, and of course your wife will concur with that, right?
She's not listening now. I can say yes.
So what's the secret to being married for 42 years?
Not telling her I won.
And don't tell her you know me, Bernie, because that ain't going to work out very good either. So, all right, off the air, Jumbo Jim's going to get your name, address, and phone number, and I'll get this out to you on Monday and hope to see you down there. And if you're
very good,
and if you're bringing the missus, well, good luck with that. But if you otherwise, you can come down on a Friday and just be with the guys.
That's what I think I might do. Come down for the meeting
for 3 o'clock. Yeah, bring your certificate.
Yeah.
And some cash.
And cash.
And cash.
All right, Bernie, thanks for calling and playing. All right, well, he's doing that. Elmo, why don't you get back to Pete's now?
Can I say something first?
Sure.
Sure, raise your hand. Gotta go to the bathroom?
Well,
You
yeah,
got number one up?
yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah. Best be number one. I'll raise two fingers if it's number two.
Okay.
Anyways, Bernard, our winner.
Yeah.
Big fan of the show. Listening down in Racine. Glad he won our prize.
Well, good for
He's
him.
a good
Very
fan.
good.
Scott, you have a fan.
Well, that's one. We know who he is now. We know where he lives.
It's in Racine too.
Well, this is why I'm telling you, these employers that are looking to hire new people, get a hold of us, because Bernie is just one of 1.4 million.
Yes.
That goes all the way in this. You know, imagine if we were in the middle and we had a city out in the lake. Of course, it's Simmons Island, but that you can't count that. But where was I at now before?
Tell me more.
I don't
Tell me
know.
more about the old days.
What's my name again?
Got that attention span of a gnat. Well, no, I was talking about, and he was talking about Pete's, and we're talking about.
Right.
gals,
No,
wearing
they were good points. They
scantily
were
clad.
yeah. Well,
I think Elmo's problem was last St. Patrick's Day. He wore those kilts, and this is just a rumor. When the wind came up, he wasn't wearing any undies, and so
okay.
If he did that on St. Patrick's Day, he probably can't do that on Oktoberfest. But
Yeah, undies are optional.
actually, K-Dog says he's wearing lederhosen.
I know his lovely wife is. I know that.
Oh.
So
Well, he should be banned too then.
that probably.
Can I wear my red dress? I got to get that out of the closet. I'm a little. It's a little.
So let's backtrack a little bit and talk about the red dress and something in your closet that you need to
No, I was
bring out. Is that what you're?
It's too snug.
saying?
Let's put it away. Here's
It's got to lose a little weight.
There's Bernie living in Racine. He knows that I lost running for mayor. Oh, jeez.
Well, it's a problem. He voted for you.
He's
There was one.
He's one of the few that knew
Racine.
you were running for mayor.
Yeah, that's right. I think more people in the last 10 years have said, "Yeah, I voted for you." Had everybody told me that, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
It's not like the
Schmoes.
same person like three times. Hey,
Yeah,
every time you see him, they say, "Hey, I voted for you." That's right.
Well,
that's still one vote.
that's right. Well, one vote. Remember, landslide Bellotti won by one vote.
Oh,
when
I
he beat
remember that.
Yep.
Safdie back in early 80s.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
There was an article, I'm getting so sick of these attack ads, and now they're going after Randy Bryce just because he was arrested 9 times, couple for drunken driving, 3 times for driving on a suspended license, and earlier for protesting Republican parties. This guy's perfect for Washington.
It's,
I mean, he's going to fit right in.
well, I know he's perfect for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way, he's been there. I mean, we need someone like that.
Anybody's got the nickname
But that's just
Iron
my
Stash.
view. Not
Iron
the view of the
Stash,
radio
I mean,
station. Right.
and he's getting a 1.5 million of money from someplace else.
All right.
And we'll see what happens.
Kind of the funny thing, pretty much all his campaign funds have come from out of state.
Yeah, well, when you go to the bank, they don't ask where it comes from, do they?
Yep.
Don't hate the player. Hate,
Elmo, do you
hate the
put,
game.
You put any faith in these polls? The polls.
No.
They keep doing these polls on one weekly in like the Marquette Law University and poll of 614 likely voters. Yada yada.
They were sure all correct in 2016, weren't they?
Yeah, they had Hillary winning, right? Here?
Yep, by a landslide. Yep.
Well, do you think the Trumpster and Reince Priebus just outsmarted them and went and got the votes so he could get the electoral votes? Because he didn't win the popular vote, did he? I don't think.
No, yeah, actually, yeah, she won the popular.
She won the popular vote.
in the cities, but it's like a football game and saying, well,
All this talk about voting. I mean, I'm not really into politics, but I'm voting for like Kenosha's best, like online.
Right. Yep.
That's when my vote really counts.
My best bartender, my best dresser.
My favorite bartender. And folks, you can go online and do that and vote for your favorite places.
looking best in a red dress. How about that? So,
What I know what I
Scott's
started
not on
to-
the ballot.
I know what I started to
You can
say
nominate him.
was the Kenosha News comes up with this contest. Well, what are they doing? They're selling a tremendous amount of ads.
Ads.
Vote for us, and those aren't cheap ads. They put
Right.
all the pictures in there and vote for us.
sounds like a pretty smart idea to me.
Yeah,
Make some money.
well,
Don't hate the player.
I know. I'm just merely pointing out.
Right.
And speaking of the Kenosha News, I always love this Dan. It's a Pavlovich or Palovich. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. I
Palovich?
can't see
He
it.
does the cartoons on Saturday and Sundays. And today's
I
cartoon,
love those.
it says it looks like they had a really great turnout for the streetcar day, which was last Saturday. And that's nice to see, Gramps? And the second little segment says, I don't still understand when my tax dollars go to support stuff like that. I don't write them. And then the third one says, it's kind of like how your taxes pay for the golf course that you use. And to make a correction, because we are correct here, our tax dollars do not support the city golf course, muni, or Brighton-Dale. They're considered what they call enterprise funds, and they pay for themselves. So if any, at the end of the year, very, very little.
Right.
In fact, I can't remember a year in recent years where they've had to take money out of the general fund to balance the golf course's budget. So just thought I'd be clear.
Nice.
And
Of course, there ain't enough money in the county to pay to fill all your divots out there. So that's
yeah, you know what they're doing? They're actually taking out some of the.
Right.
And I told Jim Cruiser this. I applaud him for they were taking out some of the sand traps. Who would think about putting a sand trap in both sides of a fairway 200 yards out? I mean,
well, it's perfect.
I know, but not for guys like me.
I know you hit your ball in them. That's why they put them there.
Five
it's
strokes to
also-
get out of it.
It's also proved very costly to keep them up, and
Right.
maintain them, because they have the guy in the little tractor to go around and. So anyway, they're.
Well, they got to go back to when they had the prisoners out there.
That's right. They used to have these guys that were on.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Well, I'll save it.
We'll save it.
We'll save it. We're going to need
Up
Philip-
against the hard break.
the hard break, and we get back. You're going to
Oh,
see.
what's coming
you're
up-
gonna hear
what's coming up
a
next?
Kenosha Today promo before we come right after this news segment here.
It'll be after this new
Right, well,
segment.
Kenosha
A
Today
little
promo.
music to take us.
Hello, folks. Uncle Scotty here. Did you have a tough week? Just want to kick back, relax, and just dream the day away? Well, boys and girls, there's a place where that happens on Saturday mornings beginning at 10 a.m. here on AM 1050 WLIP. Help a driver memorize the route and spend an endless carefree day riding on a trolley to nowhere. Take a leisurely, bone-jarring ride on any one of the thousands of pothole-ridden streets in our fair city. Fill the hill and watch the world-renowned stray cat races at the new and improved Washington Park Crackadome. Take a romantic midnight cruise in the Lincoln Park Lagoon and enjoy a breathtaking sunset as the bullets from the neighborhood whiz past your head. Visit our historic downtown and stand with pride as the new pear trees on 6th Avenue simply wither away and die on the vine. Yes, folks, there's a place where dreams do come true here on the shores of Lake Michigan. It's called Pure Do-Over Kenosha, and the dream can be found on Saturdays from 10 a.m. until noon on the Kenosha Today Show right here on AM 1050 WLIP. You just joined us. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the September 22nd Pick-to-Click edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report, broadcasting live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP on your radio dial. Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. As you can tell, we're taking serious journalism to an all-time high.
Seriously.
Spanning the globe, reporting on national stories, state stories, local issues, and on occasion we might stretch things and, make something up. That's our cry for help.
That's our M.O.
And joining us this morning, soon to be named the recipient of this year's Corbell Peace Prize, my former personnel relationship advisor, who is not going to be
Corbell.
That's what a Corbell Peace Prize. And you notice how I spell peace too, by the way. Anyway,
I can't see what's
my
on your paper.
Former, either can I sometimes. Elmo Schneider is here,
Good morning, everyone.
looking at himself. He looks very responsible. Looking forward to cooking.
Got
at
my,
the big.
got my Jägermeister shirt on today. So that's
beautiful.
such a cool- so, yeah.
Also with us, as he is each and every Saturday morning, every young snot-nosed little kid's role model, our video coordinator, Spider Ronnie the Love Doctor. Camera dude joins us. Oh, come on. Are you done with the barnyard noise? And performing as both our engineer and board operator, a role model in his own right, JumboJumptron.com, Man Selovich graces us with his presence.
I'm just sitting here wearing my Overhead Players T-shirt. which I'm doing a show tonight at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock at the 6th Street Theater. Then next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, one show on Thursday, two on Saturday, two on Friday as well.
The check for the advertising goes to Allen Broadcasting.
I'm shameless. I'm shameless. Hey.
So I'm supposed to ask every morning, I ask Wacky Wayne, why should the Lord be weeping this morning? And I guess that was probably, that's your answer right there, right?
Right.
So in all seriousness, what is this? Are you in this dopey movie or?
Thanks for asking, Scott.
Trying to kill 3 minutes here. Make it snappy.
It's called Theater Schmearder, and it's a sketch comedy show with live music, kind of a Saturday Night Live type of feel to it.
It's about a giant lobster.
Well, I'm gonna say this. You got to listen to this. This I always tell people is you're gonna see things you're not gonna be able to unsee.
Uh-oh.
Whether you like it or not.
So is this like some adult supervision?
No. Well, nobody under the age of 14 who's mature enough to see a adult show.
It's like seeing Captain Mike in his boxer shorts. You can't undo that from your brain.
But getting back to my show, no, but seriously, we have two shows tonight at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and then next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Then two shows on Friday at 7 and 9, and then Saturday.
So what is your position? Did you write this? Are you starring in this?
Well, we all contribute to it.
Yeah.
It's an idea of the artistic director there. He comes up with the ideas, and we've been working together for a number of years now.
What part did you play?
I can't tell you all my parts because it's...
You don't know where your parts are?
No, it gives away, I don't know, spoiler alert.
Well, you got to dangle. In radio, you got to dangle a carrot out there, right? Is that what they call it?
Well, I am wearing a dress. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Speaking of,
you've gone over to the other side, haven't you?
Yeah, it's for a laugh. Yeah, all right.
That's right.
Well, I wore the red dress and the blonde wig because I was serious.
Well, that's only part of the outfit.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I'll just say, I played. We do a swinging '60s dance party thing.
So what's the character's name that you play? Rita, Statutory, or Roselda?
Well, there's Tina, and then
how many women do you play?
Lenny, and then another character's name is unnamed.
It's a well thought out production.
Well, it's like whatever character you want your character to be in this. It's all about waiting for an airplane, to be boarded. All passengers, someone, now anxious mothers. Canal board,
So who does
that type of stuff, and mine comes down to
who does the strip search if you're waiting for an airplane?
Scott always goes right there. We just we were a little more highbrow what we do, Scott. But
then a strip search,
but there's no strip search. But it was a nice spin on a service animal of sorts.
All right, I'm moving right along.
No, that you go in there. Just a very great sketch. That goes onto an airline.
Your service peacock?
It's a I don't want to give anything away. Anybody wants to come see the show, but that's.
Why didn't you?
But you better get tickets at overourheadplayers.org.
Well, where's this going to be in Kenosha? Are you going to bring out something?
No, that's already seen. 6th Street Theater.
I know, but you did one similar for Kenosha.
I did. We did a couple shows.
Burlesque shows.
Yeah, we co-producers, our production team. We did the burlesque shows. The five burlesque shows here in town.
Speaking of that, how was?
Coco's fantastic. I see her every day. We work together.
Well, I'm sure. And what's the other girl's name?
Scott, dude, really. She's a wonderful person. You know her.
Is this the one that
she misses you?
Oh, I'm sure.
She does.
Well, she
does.
touched my shoulder and I started drooling.
I talked to her the other day, I'm saying, we got to go back on the radio.
Is this the gal that's engaged to the body lifter?
That's Dixie.
No.
And who's the other guy?
Dixie
They got married, didn't they?
Dixie got hitched. Yeah. Good for her.
Oh, man.
So she's no longer in the game, but that's fine. That's hey, you gotta do your thing.
Well,
you gotta do your thing. Anyways,
yeah, we gotta do our thing. Let's get married again.
We've done some sketch comedy shows in town as well.
Okay,
the Kenosha show. I mean, tends of people saw it. Which was nice.
That's probably nine more than listeners to this dribble.
Yeah, you were at you had my last burlesque show, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
okay.
Anyway, but thanks for asking.
Moving right along. Status of this morning's Secret Word Challenge. Sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning, has not been successfully mentioned, I guess. So
I do have a clue, but I'll wait till the next segment.
And if you happen to win, if you happen to get lucky and say this morning's secret word, you win a Boathouse $20 gift card. And coming up this half hour, backed by public demand. Well, I don't know if Captain Mike has already called in about the the wayward, drunken, or stoned lobster. I don't know. He's got a story
In the backseat of the car.
Yeah, in the backseat of the car.
Baked, then boiled.
I don't know where he comes up with it. And, you know, he doesn't make that stuff up. That's,
Oh, no,
That's
no.
true life.
As
life
far as,
deals, yeah.
as long as, you know, as far as what he can remember, I mean... Sorry, Mike.
You ready for the top 10 there, big boy?
I don't know, am I?
This is because written in our home office at Amen Corner on the deck at the Boathouse Pub
yeah.
Meeting. This week's top 10 thought-provoking categories. This is the top 10 good things about having a football game end in a tie. Number 10. Uncle Scotty finally gets a date with Pam Oliver. There you go. I've been waiting for that forever. Number 9. The cheerleaders end up winning the punt, pass, and kick contest. Number 8. Kissing your sister takes on a whole new meaning in Arkansas. Number 7. You get to shower in a porta potty after shanking the last-second field goal. Number 6. The Supreme Court failed to cover the point spread. Number 5. Howard Cosell becomes the new director of Downtown Inc. Number 4. The replay booth now features Kenosha Today's shows from last year. Number 3. Instead of Gatorade, they dump super glue over your head. Number 2. Time runs out during the 2-minute warning at Barter Manor. Boy, it's a story of my life. That's when I take a knee, too. The number one thing.
And you shank one.
The game ball is awarded to Senator Dianne Feinstein. That's when I shank one, right? Hey, pretty good timing. Anybody want to call 262-694-1050? You know, did I hear in the news that the Senate is going to go vote on a confirmation on Monday? Because this gal's attorney never get back to him?
They could be calling it, yeah.
And
they can call a vote. You don't,
but
you don't show up to testify.
You want to testify? You can testify anytime you want. But we're voting on Monday. I like
Right.
that. That shows, draw the line in the sand. You can't let these chumps push you around.
It's government. It's what we do.
I got to give a big shout out to my good friends at KRS Painting Corporation. Especially briefly heard that if that's true, if the Senate is going to vote on Monday, give us a call. If they're going to vote for the confirmation, this gal can testify however she wants, whenever she wants. And I guess that'd take the wind out of her sails, huh? I mean, enough's enough. Who's running the show? Who's running the asylum, as they say? Did I also understand that Dianne Feinstein, she had this stuff since July.
Yep.
And I guess the other question, they should grill her, fat little buttocks. And why didn't she bring this forward back in July instead of now? Anybody want to weigh in on
Why did you have a Chinese spy for an assistant for
Why
20
is
years?
Fat and little.
A fat and little. Is that what I said?
That's what you said.
You have to hang on my every word now and correct me, right? Hey, here's something I brought in.
Oh, just wanted to clear it up.
Just for you. Wisconsin set to lose the highest number of dairy farms since 2013. We're going to lose 47 dairy farms just in August, and we have 429 fewer than we did at the start of the year. And so what do you think the milk prices just for 3 years just became too much? I mean, people aren't drinking milk.
Or they're not eating enough cheese, or ice cream, not enough dairy products.
I don't know.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. Good morning, you're on Kenosha today.
Oh, hi, Scotty.
Oh, boy.
Captain Mike, he asked me to call you up after 11 o'clock.
Okay, well...
And I wrote it down on a napkin here. It says, do not blow your nose on this. But after that, it says, Inspire Kenosha, the Supreme Court, the judge with accusations against the judge. Now, I heard from a very good source.
Sure.
My drunken nephew was at a party around that time. And he said... There was this young girl, and she was trying to hit on this dignified 17-year-old guy. And he seen her drop something in his drink. He was drinking a Coca-Cola. She was smashed on hardcore alcohol, probably grain alcohol or something. And she dropped something in this guy's drink, and he just staggered into the bedroom just to pass out. And she went in there and tried to take advantage of the guy. That's what I heard.
So when this gal tried to take advantage of you, how'd you stay awake after that point in time?
That wasn't me.
I misunderstood.
No, that was his nephew.
The judge guy.
Okay.
They were calling her Blazed Out Ford, something like that. And she spooned the cat, man.
So
Yeah. So
It's interesting.
I think he should be putting charges against that girl.
I think
Or at least give me a date with her. So, got to get something out of this.
hypothetically, let's suppose you were up for Supreme Court nomination for life, because after all, you have their own robe. Yeah, he's got his own robe. And what?
Yeah.
You got something for? All right, hypothetically.
No,
how many women would?
Anything underneath the robe? There's could be nothing underneath the robe, man.
Okay, hypothetically, as
Maybe
I
a
started
midget.
saying.
Maybe a little midget, a little.
Okay, listen.
waist out.
Listen to the question. Listen to the question now.
Mike, shh, Mike, shh.
No way, geez,
Listen to the.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna play music over you.
Listen now. Here's the question. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay. Hypothetically, you're up for the Supreme Court on a for a lifelong term. What do you call it? How many women would come out of the closet or come out from the woodwork and accuse you of some sexual misconduct?
I hope all of them. That way I can find them. Been hiding all these years on me.
Good answer.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's one way of looking at it. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's a good answer.
Now, most of these girls got their shoes and socks back, right? After you were done.
They got their what?
Shoes and socks back. You gave it back to them, right? You know, somebody told me they were cleaning your house, and that you have all these female shoes in a closet. Some are pairs and some aren't. Now, do you want to confirm or deny that, Judge Captain Judge?
Pogo Stick Peggy, she didn't have any shoes at all.
Okay. Well, I guess I encouraged you, and you know, I guess when I told you not to blow your nose in that napkin, I didn't mean it.
Okay.
All right. See you at the conference.
Okay. See ya. Okay, bye.
Pogo Stick Peggy.
I was wondering how this second hour is going to go.
We're right on track.
Oh my God, we don't disappoint.
262-694-1050. See, that's what happens when you say the number too many times. People think this is a call-in show, and they take advantage of that.
Say their name.
Yeah. Hey, look, boys and girls. The clock on the wall here in Studio A says it's 11:23, and everybody knows what that means, right? Jumbo Jim?
No.
It's time for listeners to strut their stuff and try to stump the chumps. And if you're successful in stumping the chumps, you will then have the privilege and the high honor of joining us as a guest on an upcoming show. That's everybody's dream. Oh. It doesn't get much better than that. This is a huge opportunity for our audience to bring something of intelligence, sophistication, and prove to the rest of the Kenosha City Nation that we are barely smarter than a fifth grader. And I guess you don't really have to formally clear the phone lines for this. We'll take your
Now you're going to put it on hold.
Yeah. Take your trivia question or a song title, and the first caller to successfully stump the chumps will win. And by the way, the chumps this morning consist of Mr. Elmo, Spider Ronnie, and JumboJimTron.com, and of course myself. And this is where you 262-694-1050. This is where you hit me with the best shot.
Oh,
that's to build up the act.
Okay, well, hang on. Let me find it. It's over. Get off my back, man. Is this it? No, that's not it.
Pretty close.
Let me.
I put my car up.
That's not it.
No, that's not it either. I'm sorry.
Why don't you kill that idea and take this? Now I like it. That's called show prep right there. Right? Take this call, right?
That's called magic.
Take the call.
I found it.
It's not a low flush toilet.
In an entertaining way.
Yeah. Can you?
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, guys.
You had no idea.
I'm sorry, guys.
Right.
I'll stop being entertaining.
Right. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Yeah, I have a stump to chump for you.
Okay. Who's this? First of all.
This is Dick again.
Dick. Okay. All right, Dick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On the Ed Sullivan Show, the Rolling Stones appeared, and they had to change one word in the title of the song they were going to perform because it was considered too racy for back in the 60s or 70s, whenever it was.
Rolling Stones, they had to change.
Let's spend some time together.
You got it. Yeah.
It says, let's spend the night together. Let's spend some time together.
Yeah.
See, Dick,
right.
we aren't just a bunch of dumb chumps here, you know.
Could have fooled me.
Oh, no. Well, asking a music question.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But that's a good one. That's a good one. I love
Hey,
that.
Dick, do you want to join us anyway?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I just took a job, but they told me it was Monday through Friday, so yeah, I wouldn't mind.
We don't pay a lot, though.
Don't pay it.
That's the new job.
He's been here before, so.
Oh, okay. All right, off the air then. Jumbo Jim here is going to get your name and phone number.
Oh,
You have an
he's friends with you, right?
Yeah.
Do you have his number and stuff?
I don't have it handy.
Okay.
Well, he
I was
can get it
asking
again.
Elmo.
He was on the show before.
Yeah,
He was also
yeah,
on the
yeah.
show.
I understand,
You gotta
but
get
I'd
on.
have to go back and look this
Well, I
up.
don't-
Don't put me to work.
Well, put him to work, because I don't have that information handy.
You have an email, don't you?
I do,
I
but I don't know what
can
it
get
is.
his information.
You have it. Okay. Well, just give me your address and your phone number, and I'll call you on Monday. And
All right.
well, are you working Monday? So I don't want to.
Yeah, but I do have a cell phone now, so I'm stepping up.
Attaboy. Is this one of those? We have a friend of ours. It's just got a cell phone. It's one of these flip rotary phones.
It's got a rotary dial
Yeah, it's
on
got
it.
a rotary down it. Anyway, we'll set up a time, and you can come in and join us at the beginning and stay as long as you want.
All right, thank you.
All right, hang on, Dick. All right.
All right,
Oh,
bye.
yeah. Let me get your information, Dick.
And he's going to
Yes.
print really nice. While he's doing that, I'll read the Boathouse promo. Oh, hey, Dick, you still there?
Hang on.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Maybe he can lend something to this. Hey, Dick, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, we were just thinking in a mini production meeting here. I'm going to call you and we'll set up a time probably mid-October, and because Sweetest Day is coming up, probably the week toward the third weekend. And who would know more about Sweetest Day than you, right?
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, if you don't
Well,
know
you
the
don't-
answer, make stuff up. I mean,
Dick, our
Oh,
friend
I
got
think I got some
married
stuff.
on Sweetest Day. Remember that?
We've had a few.
well, now you're married, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then you could have your wife. Okay. Now I know I'm talking. Have your wife school you in this. Is the last two numbers 96?
Yes.
Okay. All right. He didn't.
Correct.
All right. All right.
Poor
and then,
penmanship.
Actually,
No. Scott's not wearing his glasses.
I don't wear my glasses when I read.
I know. You
All
should.
right. I got to get back to my. I'm talking.
sorry.
I'm talking to Dick here.
I'm sorry. I'm defending my penmanship. I'm defending my penmanship.
You know what would be really nice? You bring the missus in with you.
Oh, she likes to chat.
Bring her to us.
How long have you been married?
Not that long.
It's May. Since May, so whatever
Of this
month
year?
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bring her in, I guarantee you ain't going to make the end of the year, buddy. No,
They're
seriously.
still on her honeymoon.
Yeah. So, that would be a really nice thing. See if she wants to join
Okay.
us.
Yep.
We'll have
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then, because we predominantly a male staff here, we need a woman's.
Predominantly.
We need a woman's point of view.
She'll give you a point of view.
Well, that'll be fine. We'll take her on. So, all right, I'll get back to you
that's cool.
early next week.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thanks. Boy, a woman on Sweetest Day. That, like K-Dog said, this ain't gonna end well. What was I thinking?
I can't think of a woman off the top of my head who would actually want to come into this room with you guys.
Well, she's
Us,
coming.
us,
She's
us.
coming with her husband, and
Oh well, no. Here, no. I'm just
talk
saying
about Sweetest
another
Day.
person. Yeah.
well,
That's
Coco
nice.
and Trixie came in, and
Yeah.
one got married. So, and here you
Oh,
got
not
you
married.
got the honeymoon couple here.
Right.
Only been married less than 4 or 5 months. So, there's a story to be told there. I'm sure. He's probably thinking, "Don't call me." He's probably got my number blocked already when he calls. Hey, we got to take one last break here,
We do.
and then we get back. I hope everybody enjoyed our promo coming out of the 11 o'clock break. We're just trying to help,
Yeah.
promote our city, and then we've got what do we got here? High fives, zingers, and doofus. You got a zinger for today? All right,
All right.
We'll be back.
After this break.
Heading down the home stretch of the Kenosha Today Trolley Ride this morning. If you just joined us, this is the September 22nd edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. broadcasting live to over 1.4 million people residing in the WIP listening area. Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, all along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. This morning's cast of characters, Elmo Schneider. Good morning. And from the galaxy called Spider Dome, the Love Doctor, Spider Ronnie is here.
He was here. I don't know where. The camera's rolling. You don't
and
have to
along with our engineer, board operator, JumboJimTronMan.com, is filling in for Wacky Wayne.
Never says my last name.
Celovich. I had it written here. I just didn't get this far.
You okay over there, Scott?
Describe okay. We are here each and every Saturday morning from 10 a.m.
Stupid question.
10 a.m. until noon. Not necessarily stupid question. I've been asked worse. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but also if you happen to miss our Saturday show, you can forget the Packer game and the Bear game. They're both playing at noon, I believe.
Just going to end in a tie anyway.
Yeah, kiss your sister and come listen to us. Not very good programming on our part to put a replay up against the Packer game, huh?
That's only for part of the year.
Yeah. Well,
Bear fans will be listening.
Yeah. I'm sure. Don't forget to join the Kenosha City Nation and like us on Facebook. The status of the Secret Word Challenge to win a $20 Boathouse gift card from Barter's Financial Planning Services still yet to be unnamed. Elmo, you got a hint?
The last part of this word is related to circumcision.
Oh, jeez, why don't you just tell them? God, oh.
Well, no, it's only part of it. You think I give too obvious?
My God.
I would say it's a tough one to get.
Yeah.
For me. I went public school.
Snip. What do you mean you went to public school? But you were a Bradford graduate, right?
Yeah,
Now, why are you proud?
yeah. I'm just making fun.
All over the place.
It's an old comic joke.
Oh. Right. That's right. You write sketch comedy.
Yeah, and sometimes I steal it too, but
Now, boys and girls, we have a call. Let's take this before I get into this.
Sounds so surprised.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
This is Irish Ruth. I've been cleaning all morning. I take it that you are not going to have a Miss Oktoberfest contest.
Where did you hear that?
On your program on Kenosha Today.
No, we never said we were having Miss Oktoberfest.
2 weeks ago, you said you were going to have a Miss Oktoberfest contest.
No, that's at Pete's. Union Park Tavern is having Miss Oktoberfest.
I know they're having the Oktoberfest, but what about the contest for Miss Oktoberfest?
They're having it there today.
They really are.
Yes.
I would rather them have had.
We have nothing but the truth here, Ruth.
Yeah. All right, sure. That was what you. Oh, can I still do a stump? Hello.
Hello.
Can I do a stump the Trumps?
Oh, are you there? I'm sorry.
We're having trouble here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, go ahead. Make it quick.
Okay. Well, this is in honor of my logic and your not having any logic at all.
Thank you.
This is a real easy one for you. The German word for children, and my grandsons from Kenosha are Italian, the German word for children entering school, the phrase, what is the word that has been carried through in American history?
Lobster.
Your first year in school is called.
Okay, wait a minute. We got it.
This is almost.
It applies to
Elmo,
you.
what is this?
This is almost.
To you. It's exactly where you are.
Okay, just a second.
So what is that? The German word is what?
Kindergarten.
That's right. I said you would get it, and it applies to you guys. Bye.
All right, yeah.
Hey. She gave us a shot there at the end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was a backhanded compliment.
We are living proof.
I admire that.
I am living proof that one child should have been left behind.
She's basically said we're stupid. But it took me a while to realize she was really saying that, because I'm stupid.
Well, she still didn't stump us. So, I mean...
Nobody stumped us today.
Nope.
That'd be bad when Irish Ruth would stump us. We might as well just call it a day.
There might be a stump, but there's also Pogo Stick Patty or whatever it is.
And Lobster Boy. Lobster Boy Mike. And now, boys and girls, it's time for this week's special editorial segment, High Five Singers and Doofuses. This morning's headliner is, As the
Bovine Turns.
Like the sands in the hourglass in the days of our lives. This week's High Five goes to Kenosha police officer Devin Crawford for winning the Army's annual Drill Sergeant of the Year. Now, after enduring a grueling 12-mile rough march, they call it, that included carrying a full pack along with a rifle, the former Tremper graduate and a member of the Army Reserves had his number called. And so the winner goes the spoils. Devin is scheduled to report for active duty on October 1st. He then gets married on October 6th, and he has to be in Washington to start his active duty for the next year on October 7th. And I guess so much for the honeymoon. However, anybody strong enough to endure being in Afghanistan, which he was for 9 months, can certainly get through this little speed bump of life. So to Devin, we salute you and thank you for your service. This week's Zinger, Elmo.
This week's Zinger goes to officials in the city of Rye, Maine, that tried to dispose of a dead baby whale by ramming it into a dumpster with a backhoe. So, unfortunately, the 4,000-pound baby whale was a little too large to fit into the dumpster that they did. It ended up flopping all over the place, all over this parking lot down by the beach. Now, if they would have been smart, they would have hired the guys that rammed the SSC scum into the dumpster down in back of the boathouse. That guy knew what he was doing. He just put that boat on top of it and rammed it right into the dumpster.
No hesitation.
No hesitation whatsoever.
I told him I just want to dry dock it for the winter, and he brings his dumpster and takes my boat to sea scum.
What else are you going to do? I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I told him, I said,
were they intoxicated? Obviously, yes. Were they?
Who was intoxicated?
We were, but
no. The people out in Maine, they ended up having to chop up the whale and throw it in pieces into the dumpster. They couldn't fit.
Well, that's about what they did with Sea Scum 1.
Yeah.
So, hey, I've been there. Yeah, feel my pain. This week's
we just lost your PETA. We just lost your PETA audience. Done.
This week's Doofus Award goes to Senator Dianne Feinstein for doing the unimaginable, making our politics uglier than it already is by withholding information concerning the accusations of Christine Ford from 36 years ago. You know, it's bad enough they have turned the Supreme Court hearings into an everyday soapbox opera, but this goes beyond stupid. And to that we say, poppycock. Brett Kavanaugh has already been through 6 FBI background checks, so to Dianne Feinstein, my suggestion is if you want a grandstand, come to Kenosha, get elected as a city alderperson, and take on much harder-hitting issues, like when to call the plows out when it snows more than 2 inches. Now, there's some really outrageous behavior.
Yep.
And there you have it, folks. That is the Bovine Turns for this Saturday, September 22nd. I'm Scotty Barter, and I approve this message. Did we do Pete's last one?
No,
we got to do that here because big Oktoberfest today.
Today is October. Oh yeah, a lot of
live dancing.
We have, besides the MGV Harmonia, music by Polka Magic from Pennsylvania and the Hungry 5 Brass Band, playing a lot of traditional, most traditional and authentic Oktoberfest in Kenosha.
That's awesome.
I got to be careful on the strudel and the sauerkraut because I get gas problems when I have a lot of that. So,
I will also that the MGV Harmonia will be singing at various times, just impromptu throughout the thing. So, and if you really want to hear us sing more, Schatzi Jägermeister works really good.
Never hurts. Until the next morning.
Right.
It
hurts a lot.
We don't do a lot of these.
Like it's never going to go away, and you're never going to drink again.
Moving right along.
Sorry, I can't afford therapy.
Oh yeah, I can't afford these characters at either the Boathouse production meetings. I'm never going to drink again until somebody buys me another one. Right?
Okay. Hey, my characters.
As we try to promote the city, as we did on our promo coming out of the 11 o'clock break, today from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Park is the big Wisconsin Giant Pumpkin Growers Way Off. And last year, the guy that won this 1,743-pound pumpkin. That's pretty big.
There's a lot of pie.
A lot of pie.
I think our good friend Mike Bjorn had been cultivating
in the pumpkin patch.
In the pumpkin patch, and I think he's going to be in for a winner this year.
Could be.
So that takes care of all the local news. Hey, now we get to this is where we span the globe. Easy, Spider. Here's where we get spanning the globe.
You okay, Ronnie?
Yeah.
You all right?
This is a little hiccup.
I know the Heimlich.
Why don't you give him mouth to mouth?
He's a big guy.
Why don't you give him mouth to mouth? Stand on a stool then.
Yeah, well. If I'm standing on a stool to give him mouth to mouth, he's standing up.
You're not all that tall, Jim.
That's called making out.
You don't understand short, do you? You don't get the concept.
Oh, yes, I do. I certainly do.
Moving along. Moving along.
Anyway, here's in Carolinas, a woman arrested for selling marijuana edibles at a church event. Now, this I should have brought this up with Shirley because two women face felony drug charges after agents with the Savannah Counter Narcotics Team found them selling marijuana edibles at a church event in Savannah, Georgia. A gal, I don't want to say their names, but were openly...
Cheech and Chong?
Ebony and
Far
Leah.
out, man.
Were openly selling
Chi-Chi and Chonga.
THC-laced baked goods at an event.
Oh,
that the
back up. LSD,
Is that what THC is?
Oh, THC, okay, I thought you...
What is that?
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
Oh, my God, okay, right, okay.
I'm not familiar with those three letters. What does THC mean?
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
Oh, that's kind of like
It's
marijuana.
it's the
I tell you, but I can't pronounce it.
chemical in marijuana that gives the effect.
Well, they were, like brownies or whatever, and various types. They were putting them in various types of cereal treats, brownies, puddings for sale. Can you imagine that?
Did it get mixed up with the bakes? They say, well, this one's for mommy and daddy, and you get it mixed up. Now, Junior takes it over. They go, oh, no, Junior took him over there.
Now here's these
Is
two
that
gals
type of thing? I mean,
at a church event.
Honest
They
mistake.
found a large amount of marijuana edibles, more than $1,000 cash, and a loaded gun.
Okay, forget what I just said.
I didn't hear what you said anyway.
No, that was good.
Well, manning her booth. Can you imagine Shirley manning a little at her church bazaar? Packing heat.
I thought she was only selling booty at the senior center. So
There's a shotgun underneath,
No, they
Step back,
They face felony charges, and they are in the jail.
Oh, yeah.
But when you sell, drug-laced stuff on a church grounds, entrepreneurship
is the backbone of this country.
Yeah.
However,
well, the church has got to make money somehow.
gives all new meaning to the words higher power.
If it's with,
Now that there's good. I think the loaded gun was a little bit over the top, but I just can't visualize Shirley packing a 44 Magnum. Yeah, have it taped to her hip, Anyway, that was a good story. I thought. All right, let's see. We got another story here. What was this one about? This is.
What was this one about?
No, see, I read it because you can see where I highlighted it. Well,
I can't.
Florida neighbors can't bear the sight of their neighbor gardening in the nude. And apparently he works on his car. He does it naked. He does his yard work. He does it naked. Everything the guy does, he does naked outside.
Okay.
And the neighbors are upset with him. And apparently he's not doing anything wrong as long as he doesn't do something inappropriate.
right.
So,
Oh, no. You got to be very careful with those hedge trimmers using their sport.
Right, yeah.
well, the neighbor was complaining how he was rolling up his hose. So, I mean, so now when I go out to cut my yard at Barter Manor, I'm in the naked.
Well, just don't bend over facing your neighbor's yard.
Right.
They're all fenced in. I was lucky, all my three neighbors.
Unless you really don't like them.
I like them. I live in a great neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they feel about me, but that's probably why they put the fences up. Oh, here's legal prostitutes in America are upset because they're coming up with these sex bots. We talked about this I think about a year ago, where they had these robotics.
That's the same old story, The factory worker gets replaced by a machine.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I've seen stuff on that.
Yeah, and
Strictly for material
Research
reasons.
purposes.
Yeah, reasons. Absolutely.
well, I think this is going to
goes in my
catch on.
writings.
It's going to put the working girl out of business. And what you said, it's the free enterprise system, right?
It's
Well, yeah, I
we
think
do it with
a number of the.
a lot of people do what they can get away with.
This is in London, Barcelona, and Moscow. They have a number of these sex doll brothels. Somebody calling in a pledge there, Ronnie?
305 area code.
All right.
Anyway, so some of these, I think it's probably a good idea, but the real working women are saying it's dehumanizing, and now she's a licensed prostitute.
Okay.
So, but I think this is.
Well, she still will do a lot of things to you for the right amount of money too.
Sure.
So I mean,
well, yeah, but,
God bless her.
but this one guy,
But
the original story,
we got to be clean.
these were like $7,000 up, and you can get the mother load, so to speak, at 15,000. And the guy, instead of buying getting married, he'd get one of these. He'd get three of them: one redhead, one blonde, and one brunette. And actually, you think about, even if you pay $30,000 for the three of them, that's a pretty good deal. Because when you get divorced, you keep your, when you're tired of this, you just